Hello and welcome to the review of the Angel Tarot. I don't know the back of the cards, can't find it, so this is the best I can do for now. Welcome to the Major Arcana. Okay, first off, this deck, all the Major Arcana, pretty much every card, is exactly like the Tarot Marcellus deck. Only reason I am showing you this deck is due to the fact that this deck is slightly different. I mean, a different name, which I do not get why it's called that. It is the only actual copy I've been able to find of the Tarot Marcellus that you can buy that's closest to the original way it looks. As you will notice, the colors are different than the actual Tarot Marcellus, but only slightly. But it's basically the same deck all around. That's all I can really say. Let me see, what else can I bring to it? Well, it's just like the original Tarot Marcellus. The Minor Arcana looks all the same. It is Justice Before Strength. As you can see, the colors, though, that's the main thing that I've noticed has changed. The color scheme is just not a great deal different. It's like, I'd have to say the Tarot Marcellus is a bit duller, maybe. And this deck is a bit more vibrant in the coloring. But that's really all I can say on that one. Let's see what else. Otherwise, the pictures are all the same. Sorry for my lackness of things to say on this deck. It's just, I figured I'd do it just because to show you that other versions out there. Just like I did the Callisto Tarot to show you another version of the Tarot Marcellus. Well, another remake, kind of. You know, in the Minor Arcana, here are the wands. But anyway, I did Callisto to show you that what people have done to redo it. This, basically, same deck. However, you will notice one thing different about these Minor Arcana of this deck. I have to say, I forgot to mention. The Minor Arcana. If you look, and in the Tarot Marcellus, all the wands are like bent, so they have the swords, they're all like bent to fit on the card the way they are. And here, they're not. They're just laid out straight and fine. And you notice that it also shows the club, the card suit, which it is based off of. And the cups show hearts, swords show spades, and then diamonds are on the pentacles. But you notice that they're not all bent and distorted. Otherwise, the courts are saying no, but they did redo that, which I actually have to admit. If I was going to get a Tarot Marcellus to actually read with, even though it's difficult, as I said originally, not recommended for beginners, and the reading of which visually is very difficult, I would have to say this. This deck, I would rather have this deck, though, due to the fact I like the way they did the Minor Arcana. I don't like the way Tarot Marcellus did it, with them all being bent and all that. I like this one better. I mean, it's not a great deal better, but it is better. Here are the cups. If you want a version of the Tarot Marcellus deck for a collection, I mean, you could get this one. Some things will change, like the aces do look slightly different, but, and because of some of the coloring, things do look quite a ways different. But, I'd highly pick this one just because I like this. If I was going to read with one, I'd pick this one from an actual collection. I actually probably would take the Tarot Marcellus just because it's a collectible classic and just a collectible. Let's see. What else? Well, this deck is... If I had to say... This deck doesn't stick out, honestly. I mean, I remember it because it's a version of the Tarot Marcellus. But if you just saw this one day and looked away, you wouldn't remember it. It's just kind of plain, kind of bland. I mean, the colors stick out a bit more, but it's still kind of flat, I'd have to say. If you were going to get this deck, I mean, it's up to you if you really want it. Sorry. But it's up to you. I mean, it's okay. I like it to a point, but if you're gonna, for reading purposes, I mean, a lot of people used to do them, but anyway, swords. But for reading purposes, I know a lot of people read with that deck, but most people, and then again, most decks are fine because Tarot Marcellus, there may be remakes of them, yes. Rider-Waite has more remakes in many different styles and many different gimmicks. Tarot Marcellus does not have that many remakes, does not have that many people taking inspiration and making different decks. Rider-Waite Tarot has more people making copies of it, and more people basing things off it. I mean, they use their own symbolism to make it the decks, but the minor arcana, they keep the original aspect, different scene or picture to show the scene. I mean, but then again, it would probably be easier to make a Tarot Marcellus deck like Callisto, because let's see, all they did was make a new set of major arcana. It's not that hard to come up with like 22 different cards, and 22 major arcana, and then they took the court cards and made them look like normal playing cards. I mean, 16 court cards isn't difficult to come up with. Pentacles. And then the minor arcana, just draw them like the Tarot Marcellus. Or basically just laying there. I mean, there you go. Anyway, also, I don't know if you noticed what it said. It might have gone a bit too fast for you. But in case you didn't see, on the Two of Pentacles, it actually says something. It says manufactured by the Angel Playing Cards. Huh. Well, there you go. There's my answer. I had noticed that there's something there before, and I never actually sat and read it. Now that I think about it, it makes perfect sense. That's why they'll call it the Angel Tarot, because of who made them. It was a playing card company. Who knew? Interesting little sort of history there for you. Let's see, what else? Well, can't think of much else to say, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Thank you for watching the Tarot, the Angel Tarot review. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry for the lack of things I have to say on it. And until next time, bye-bye, and keep watching videos. Bye-bye.